Hi, I'm Malavali, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Today I'm going to take a topic in object-oriented software engineering. In this, we are going to discuss about the life cycle model. Here we are going to concentrate waterfall model, increment model, and the spiral model. First, waterfall model. Waterfall model is a classic life cycle model. We need to identify the model based on some criteria. In the waterfall model, requirements are given at the early stage, feedback are provided at the end, and it does not need any technical person. These are the steps: requirement, design, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. The requirement analysis phase, the customer and the shareholder communicate with each other. In this, the customer will provide the requirement to the shareholder and the shareholder convey it to the development team. The development team work together to change the requirement into the plan. After the planning phases, these are changed into useful design. Design may be of architecture diagram, UML diagram, ER diagram. These design are then changed into executable code, and the testing are performed on the code to find the bug or defects. Then after that the model is being shown to the customer for feedback. The customer provide their valuable feedback, and then these are incorporated for maintenance for developing the remaining projects. Before moving to the advantage and disadvantage, we need to know the real-time application of waterfall model. It is used in defense and hospital management system. Advantages: it is easy and simple to understand. It does not need a technical person. It is applicable for small, well-defined project. The disadvantage is the requirement cannot be changed throughout the process. If the requirement are not understandable clearly, the development lead to high risk, and it does not take high risk project. Come the drawback in the waterfall model, we went for the increment model. Here the requirement are got at the early stages. The requirement cannot be changed. So to overcome this, we went for the incremental model. The main purpose of the incremental model, here we can develop and deliver small part increment. That is nothing but here on each phase of increment we get the feedback, and these are updated to the next phase of increment for the project development. Again, we have the four main step: analysis, design, code, test. In the increment one, we analyze the requirement. Analyze is nothing but in this the customer and the shareholder communicate with each other, and they will get the requirement. These requirements are changed into plan. In the design phase, these plans are changed into a useful design. The design may be of architecture diagram, ER diagram, UML diagram. This are changed into a model, and the coding are created for the model, and this coding are tested. Here we call the customer for feedback, and we get the feedback. If any changes are incorporated by the customer, these are applied in the next step of increment. Here I will change the feedback provided by the customer, and then I'll perform the analysis, design, code, and test. Then we move to the next increment. Once the customer is satisfied with the requirements, then the model is being finalized, and the model is developed on further increments. The real-time application of the increment model is e-commerce platform and finance and banking system. The advantage of the increment model is easy to test, and we get a customer feedback regularly, easy delivery of the working software. The disadvantage is it is very costly, as we call the customer for each increment, and it is very complex and high risk. Life cycle model. The spiral model is best suited because it handles high risk project and It is also used in large scale industry. Here we have four phases. In this, the customer communicate the requirement. These requirements are identified clearly and the alternative solution are identified for each requirement. In the requirement, it identifies or analyzes the risk and these risks are resolved. After the requirement are identified clearly, these are changed into plan. These plans are then made into a useful design. The design may be of architecture diagram, UML diagram, ER diagram. After the design phase, these are changed into a executable code and these are tested for identifying the bug. And after the model is created successfully, these are provided to the customer for feedback. Here the customer may provide changes as the spiral model can accept the requirement change or any change at any phase of the requirement or any phase of the planning, any phase of code or any phase of design. So we can say clearly that at any phase of the development of a project, the spiral model can accept the change and it identify the risk at each change. These are incorporated at the next phase of the development if the customer provide the feedback or change. The application of spiral model is that it is used for mission critical project. The advantage is it can handle high risk project. It is used in large scale industry. It provides 100% customer satisfaction. The drawback in this model is that it is of high cost and need a high difficult managing time. Thank you.